I want to maybe kind of talk a little bit about the tougher times, or kind of like when things weren't kind of. And this is, everybody who goes abroad has a time for whatever reason whilst they are abroad. How how did you all kind of, kind of cope, deal, kind of get through this situation? Maybe it was like, kind of it was homesickness, or kind of like missing some, kind of something, or if somebody says something to you and you think, oh, what am I doing here, or whatever the situation was. How did you all kind of cope with that, or come through it? Did you call people in the United States? Did you go online? Did you send to people in your program? Did you use caps? Like, did you anything like that? Was there something that helped you navigate these tough situations and times? And are they the same things you do here at GW, or was it something a little bit different when you were abroad?
I mean,
And if you don't want to go
at
about it,
least
we don't
for
have to.
me, I think it was really nice that my cohort was just so unified. Like, just because honestly, like when we got there, everybody in my cohort was having a good time transitioning, but for me, it was a little bit harder, like trying to, like I've always been pretty confident in my identity, but going to a completely new place, it was weird having to like pause that, look at my surroundings, being like, okay, I'm okay, I can be who I usually am and stuff, but it took a while, like a week or two. And so people in my program were really there for me, which is really nice. And also FaceTime calls home and crying, like that's enough to like help fix things for me at least. So that was sort of what I looked to.
Um, Not only did I like really like spending time with other members of the like GW Madrid cohort, but I also just really liked meeting like other American students abroad, and like through them sometimes they had other students from like different countries that they were friends with, just because a GW program is just like GW students, so it's a little harder to meet outside people. But I think once you sort of do meet those outside people and you sort of create your own little community, including both GW people, like, and outside people from different programs, then it's really fun. And then it's also kind of fun also that now back home, I can still maybe someday visit or like see someone that goes to like a school in the US that I was like friends with abroad. So
And then for me, I think that a lot of calls home and calls to my friends at home were always really nice. I think also that just we had these I don't know how to describe them exactly. They're kind of like RAs on our boat, but they did so much more than that. That's like such a little simple version of what we would call them. But they were just like really there for the people, like where your room was. It's kind of like how you were divided up. And so there were people who like, I mean, they were like had masters and everything like that. They were very like wonderful people and very intelligent. They were all people of color, and most of them were queer, and that was awesome because they, through just like their own life experiences, were able to just like take up space and like be so okay with it. And when you were so unsure and when you were abroad and like with home and friends, it like I went to them because they were just like, you're valid and you're seen and we're gonna be okay and we're gonna get through it. And that was like super helpful.
Great, thank you. So it seems like the kind of the support of the maybe the program structure, or kind of the cohort, the group of people that you were there with. Now, soon you were on the GW Madrid program, so you had a kind of a cohort, kind of like a pretty GW kind of cohort. Whereas Joseph, you were on a CIE, the program provider type thing. Joseph, did CIE have any particular queer-related resources or things like that that you either turned to, used, knew about, or discovered after the fact, or anything like that?
So as far as I know, they just had like a lot of like support systems. I don't think they were like fully just like some for like queer people, but I think they like reach out to that too because they know it's like a weird transition, especially with like a provider where you can be like the only person from your university in like the entire country. but yeah, I really enjoyed, I guess, like a lot of the resources that they gave us.